good morning or afternoon or something, I don't know. I almost got up at 8 o'clock in the morning and then I slept until 11. And now actually Sarah's here, so we're gonna go eat lunch. And I was actually just practicing my senior research. I think I've got it, but I still wish I could add more. Now it's time to start getting dressed. And now we are all walking into my senior presentation, and Sarah's gonna record, at least the last half of it, I'd say. The literature analysis part. So I get to go speak for 20-ish minutes and perform and be crazy and make other people go, oh man. Like, my parents will probably go, oh man, at several different points. So I'm excited. The two main characters, Wellington Books and Eliza D. Braun, are agents of the Ministry of Peculiar Occurrences. Wellington is not a field agent, but rather the archivist. His new partner, Eliza, is a field agent who likes the thrill, excitement, and danger of the cases she investigates. Valentine and Morris use accessories on their heroine, Eliza, to challenge the Victorian image of a woman. Eliza is not the equivalent of Alexia. Gender is far more neutralized in Phoenix Rising and allows for characters to dress, behave, and act outside of Victorian social norms of male and female. Eliza is, quite simply, someone who kicks ass. She uses her body and clothing as weapons, in addition to more traditional weapons like pistols and sticks of dynamite. She's quite fond of a nice explosion. Steampunk is like a polite middle finger to society's rules for gender performances. In Soulless, gender performances are especially shown in one character, Lord Alkadama, a very old, very well-known vampire. Outrageous was a very good way of describing Lord Alkadama, with attire that is consistently absurd. Alexia describes Lord Alkadama as wearing 3-inch heels with ruby and gold buckles, yellow checked gaiters, gold satin breeches, an orange and lemon striped waistcoat, and an evening jacket of sunny pink brocade. His cravat was a frothy, flowing waterfall of orange, yellow, and pink Chinese silk, barely contained by a magnificently huge ruby pin. His ethereal face was powdered quite unnecessarily, for he was already completely pale, and sported round spots of pink blush on each cheek like a Punch and Judy puppet. He also had affected a gold monocle, although, like all vampires, he had perfect vision. Instead of these oddly dressed characters being ostracized from society and devalued as people, they actually gain status when pushing the social boundaries. Steampunk sets up the collapse of the gender binaries regarding dress. As the novels go on, the characters in Soulless no longer have to dress according to what is appropriate by society for their gender. In Phoenix Rising, Eliza embodies the tension of a woman dressing in man's clothing, and also the punk of steampunk in this novel. The climate had a sobering effect. Needles of cold tore through Wellington's suit, pants, and shoes. Agent Eliza Braun and her entirely unfeminine garb, however, made easy work of the snow. Even Wellington sees the advantages of her seemingly odd and unfeminine clothing. Instead of feeling ashamed of one's body, or hiding it under layers of clothes that covers the form, as women had to do in traditional Victorian history, steampunk allows women to feel pride in their bodies. Eliza knows just how much power she can wield by showing her body off in subtle ways. It is empowering for her, as it is for all the other characters in steampunk who feel confident in their bodies. Whether it is gay vampire drones dressed like dandies, or Eliza dressing in men's clothing, steampunk lets all genders dress the way they want to, when they want to. It allows for the freedom of power that comes from one's body, and the collapse of a strict binary social construction. Steampunk holds a lot more power than most people think upon first glance. When seriously studied, it allows for the gender binary and society's strict gender rules on gender performances to collapse, and everyone to act and dress as they so desire, without any negative backlash. So if you put your goggles on, or glasses, you can see for yourself the freedoms that steampunk brings to the modern world. And the dismantling of the room begins. Yeah, so I think I did really, really well in my presentation, and I am happy about it. So yeah, there's that. So Sarah, my parents, and I went to an Irish place and ate some food, and I posted just now on Twitter. I said senior research presentation with study of Gail Carriger Soulless and Philippa Janes and T-Monsters Phoenix Rising was splendid. Vids up later. And just a few minutes later, T. Morris replied with "cannot wait." So that makes me pretty excited that the authors really want to see what I had to say. And I hope I, don't disappoint them. Because Sarah videoed like the first half on her phone and then switched to the camera. So I have to pester her to send me those files ASAP. I think the thing that sucked the most is that when I came back to my room, I noticed that the top to this opened and some of the corn syrup got on my skirt. So I'm gonna have to wash my skirt carefully. I don't know that I want to do it here, but I also have to find the cork. So I'm actually going to throw my clothes in the laundry and then go in search of the cork, and hopefully it's just in my classroom where I presented, and hopefully it didn't fall out on the street somewhere. So I'm basically trying to retrace our steps. Like I crossed the road where we crossed the road, and I'm looking around, although it would be impossible to find the cork if it were out here because of all the leaves and stuff. And who knows where the wind could have thrown it. So yeah, fingers crossed that it's in the classroom. But I mean, I'm still looking. Not looking good so far. Unfortunately, I am not seeing it anywhere. And I thought the most likely thing is when I was sitting and standing that it would have fallen off. Did anyone throw it away? It's a fresh trash bag, that's great. So yeah. Oh, this is where I was presenting. Yep, and it was not full, but a good amount full. Yeah. I guess I lost that cork. Crap. So of course this is awesome. T. Morris retweeted that, followed me, another person retweeted me, and Steampunk Leather followed me, and then Pip Ballantyne said looking forward to that. Sorry, I'm walking and doing this. I probably shouldn't be. That's it from me tonight. So good night, and I had a great day, and I hope your day was awesome as well.